What's up, everybody? This is Joshua Chong, and I'm a branding strategist. I help multiple insurance agent and real estate agent to scale their business to the next level. So today I'm with Alaric Ong, and he has run multiple six-figure businesses and currently is owning 7 businesses internationally. So he has interviewed billionaires, millionaires, and celebrities throughout the world. So today I'm with Alaric Ong. So thank you, Alaric Ong, for making the time today. And so how are you, Alaric?
Great, awesome. I'm talking to you from Brazil right now. Yeah.
Yeah. So actually, is it okay that we move on to the first question right now?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So by the way, before we actually started, right, maybe you want to share like how's everything in Brazil and what's your current, like
how's everything in Brazil? Cool.
Yeah.
I've been traveling the world for the last 6 months. I spent 3 months, no, actually the last 7 months. I spent 2 months in United States, 3 months in Ecuador, 1 month in Colombia, and then now I spent about 1 month in Brazil. It's been very, very fun so far. And I kind of like semi-retired when I was like 23 years old. So like last year I spent 6 months in UK with my ex-girlfriend, and then now I'm just like traveling around. And that's the beautiful thing about like making money and capitalism, is that it allows us to be able to achieve whatever we want and enjoy the lifestyle that we want. Yeah. So yeah, that's a quick background about being in Brazil.
Awesome.
Cool.
Is there any like I know that you don't have a time frame, but roughly like is there any particular month that you actually have a intention to come back to Singapore?
Maybe after COVID, yeah, because like there's too many restrictions in COVID in Singapore because of COVID, and I enjoy freedom a lot. Okay, like that, my most important value is freedom. Okay, more important than happiness, more important than money, more important than all the other stuff, right?
Right.
So I enjoy the freedom of traveling. I enjoy the freedom of meeting new people. I enjoy the freedom of just experiencing life, which I don't think I can get that in Singapore. Yeah.
Right.
But I love Singapore a lot. Okay, I'm proud to be Singaporean. I love Singapore a lot. Everywhere I go, I say how good Singapore is. So yeah.
Yeah, awesome. So looking forward to seeing you back here in Singapore, Alaric, and also looking forward to see what you have exploration you have in overseas, like other cities or that. So okay, let's get started for the first question for today.
Sure.
So okay, so knowing the principle, right, everything begins with our mind. So everything revolves around our mind, right? So what will you like advise someone who actually currently struggling like right now, like sometimes they have limiting beliefs in their mind. So how do you like advise them who are currently struggling that the limiting belief they have to stopping them from moving forward?
Okay.
Yeah.
So a few things. Okay. First of all, okay, to understand, okay, this is a huge topic because I spent more than $100,000 to study my mind. Okay, like literally, I spent more than hundreds of thousands of dollars, more than 10,000 hours to study my mind. Okay, so it's a huge topic. Okay, first let's talk about limiting beliefs. Okay, how do we handle limiting beliefs? Or even let's say we are doing sales, right? Like how do we handle people's objections, right? Okay. So first of all, we must understand that limiting beliefs, right, is like a stool, right? So a stool has many legs, right? So there are legs, right, that support that limiting belief. For example, okay, let's say if I have a belief that salespeople are scammers, for example, okay? So first we have to find out, right, where did this belief come from? Did it come from our parents? Did it come from our friends to us? Did it come from the internet? Or where did this belief come from? Okay, and then if we can remove that leg of the stool, then that belief will automatically collapse. All right. So same thing with handling someone's objection. Let's say someone has an objection like, Facebook marketing won't work for me. Okay. So we have to ask, okay, where did this objection come from? Like, where did this belief come from? Like, why do you think Facebook marketing won't work for you? Okay, then they tell, if I can handle that and I can break down all the different links about that, then I can handle that limiting belief. Okay. So that's how you handle limiting beliefs. Okay. Next question is, how like the mind is everything. How do you like handle your limiting beliefs to achieve what you want to achieve? Okay. Now, so let me answer the second part. How do you achieve what you want to achieve? Okay. So this is a very powerful exercise, and I highly recommend that you try this as well. A visualization exercise. Okay. This is how the visualization exercise works. Okay. First, right, you imagine the ideal life. Okay, so Joshua, I want you to imagine the ideal life. Like, what kind of how much of money will you be making? What kind of family? Like, how close are you with your family? What kind of girlfriend you have? You know, love, happiness, every part, every aspect of your ideal life. Okay, so you can write notes while I'm talking. It's okay. Yeah. And then okay. So you imagine, let's say you wake up out of bed, right? Okay. Imagine, let's say you wake up out of bed, and now you're stepping on the floor, and now you're in your ideal life. How does that feel? How does that sound? How does that smell? How does that taste? How does that look? Okay. So you visualize that, right? Okay. And then, okay, this is what you do. So that self, with the ideal life, okay. So you list down all the things that you want in your ideal life. Okay. The reason why is this, because if let's say you take a taxi, you tell the taxi driver, hey, send me to anywhere. Do you think the taxi driver can send you to anywhere? They can't, right? You have to tell the taxi driver, hey, I want to go to Pongo. I want to go to Pongo's then they can send you, right? Same thing for your mind. If you tell your mind, hey, send me to anywhere. Oh, I just want to be, just send me to anywhere. You know, it doesn't work, right? We need to go, like, you know, that's how, right? So first, you need to tell yourself what's your ideal life, okay? Now, and then you need to reverse engineer your ideal life. So you ask yourself, okay, if I want to have this 5 years from now, okay, or if I want to have this next year, okay, what must happen 11 months from now, 10 months from now, 9 months from now, 8 months from now, 7 months from now, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What must I do today in order to achieve what I want 11 months from now, 12 months from now, okay? Yeah. Or what must I do next week, like this week, no, not next week, this week. What must I do this week to achieve what I do, okay? And what you can do is you also can look at who has already achieved that you want, and then you reverse engineer that. Make sense? So for example, if you know, okay, this person has a girlfriend that is somewhat like the girlfriend that I want, okay, you know, then you reverse engineer, okay, in order for me to become this person, to be able to achieve this girlfriend, before that I need to have this, before that I must do this. What must I do today? Or who must I be? Not just, you see, it's about be, do, have, correct? So in order to have this, then you ask yourself, what must you do, okay? And then, the first question you must ask yourself, is who must you be right now? Who must you be right now? Because being is you can instantly, like, if right now I want to be happy, boom, I can be happy, right? Being is a right now thing, okay? So if you want to have this, then what must you do, okay? And then who must you be right now in order to achieve that? So for example, if you want to be someone successful, will you be gossiping, bitching, moaning, and all that, or would you be always talking about ideas and all that? You know, like, you know, what kind of thoughts you with? Who you be? Okay. So number one is reverse engineer your life. Okay, and then ask yourself, have, do, be. Who must you be today? Okay. Another thing you can do is this. So you is a visualization exercise where you imagine you wake up and everything, right? Okay. Then imagine Joshua Chong, okay, Joshua Chong 2.0 is talking to Joshua Chong right now, okay? So then Joshua Chong 2.0 has already achieved everything, okay? Already achieved the money you want, the car you want, the life you want, the family you want, and everything, okay? Right. So now Joshua Chong Joshua Chong now should ask Joshua Chong 2.0, hey Joshua, what do you do to be able to achieve what you want? And you'll be surprised, what your mind will tell you. You'll be surprised what Joshua Chong 2.0 tells you, okay? And a lot of the advice that Joshua Chong 2.0 tells Joshua Chong now, is going to feel uncomfortable. It's going to feel like, must I really go to the gym 6 days a week? Must I really meet girls? Must I really do 8 sales calls a day? Must I really read a book a day? Or whatever, okay? But that advice, no matter how uncomfortable it is, is exactly what you need, to achieve that. And the thing is this, most of the time, people actually already know what to do to achieve what they want. Like people already know how to prosper. Like, you know, they already know what to do. Like, people already know how to lose weight. People already know how to make money. Like, you don't have to teach people how to make money because they know it within themselves. The key is, how do you remove the limiting beliefs and all that, or how can you keep them accountable to go and do the things to make money, you know? Same thing with getting a girl, same thing with being healthy, same thing, okay? So do that visualization exercise, and that is that's a few good ways to train your mind, because the mind is so powerful. Our mind is so powerful. You can achieve whatever you want to achieve. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool. I hope that's a long answer to your first question, but yeah.
All right. Awesome. Thank you, Eric, for sharing your insights on this. Okay. So the next question that I have for you, right, is right now in the overcrowded social media world where we have everyone seems to offer similar products and services, how do you actually position yourself as a trusted authority and separate yourself from the competition?
So I always share this in my classes, the 7 steps to brand yourself. Okay. So number 1, write and publish your own book. Okay. So imagine, let's say you're an insurance agent, got 2 insurance agents. One insurance agent has his own book. One insurance agent, no book. Okay. Yeah. So okay, one insurance agent wrote a book called How to Retire by 30 Years Old, something like that. Okay. Now, somehow, right, people believe that if this person has a book, right, they must be a somebody, or they must have deep knowledge about what they do, which hopefully you actually have deep knowledge about what you do, okay? Or hopefully you as an insurance agent watching this, you actually have deep knowledge about what you do when you write the book, right? But if you have a book versus no book, customers will trust the one, like everything being equal, they will trust the one with the book more, like naturally, right? Like that will immediately set you apart, okay? On top of that, a book is very good as a lead magnet. So you can use a book to exchange leads. They say, oh, you pass me your name, contact number, and email, I pass you my book. And after I can follow up with you, hey, have you read my book already? Hey, would you like to have an appointment with me? How about I share more about insurance, or how about I share more about property with you? Okay, imagine 2 property agents. One property agent has a book called How to Upgrade Your Property from 1 HDB to 2 condos. One property agent, no book. You know, who will get more customers? Naturally, the one with a book. Okay, so step 1, write a book. Step 2, get published on the news. Okay, so if imagine 2 property agents, one property agent is published on the news. Okay, one property agent is not published on the news. If you are a customer, who will you trust more? The one that is published on the news, naturally, right? Okay. Next thing is to rank your name on Google. Okay, you can write this down. Number 3, rank your name on Google. So imagine you search Google, you find this person's property name. Let's say you search Frankie Tan, Frankie Tan or whatever. Okay, Frankie Chong, whatever. Okay, Frankie Chong, you find him on Google, you can find. The other one, you search the name on Google, you cannot find on Google. Yeah. If you were to make a big ticket decision, right, who will you trust more? That they won't run away with your money, they will handle your money with care and everything, they will do all the proper procedure. You trust the one that you can find on Google, right? Yeah. Even you go to a doctor, you go to one doctor, you can find the name on Google, another doctor, you cannot find the name on Google. You were to go for heart surgery, which one you trust more? Honestly, you know the answer, people can say, all these things don't work. Really? You know it works, Okay. Number 4, get thousands of followers on social media. Okay, so imagine like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, you've got thousands of followers. So it instantly creates authority. Like if you are an insurance agent, you got 20,000 followers on Instagram versus an insurance agent got no followers, and the 20,000 followers always post like content about insurance and like how to like proper content, like to teach about just value for free, right? Naturally, people will trust this insurance agent who has the content and has thousands of followers and all that. Okay. Yeah. Number 5 is to network with, is to do branding by association. So, for example, let's say you're in the financial industry, insurance or something, right? Okay, and you take picture. Okay, let's say you're in property industry. You take picture with Robert Kiyosaki, which is Rich Dad Poor Dad. He talks about property and everything. You take picture with Grant Cardone. You take picture with all the top real estate gurus, or the top real estate speakers, or the top people who are in real estate. You take picture with the chairman of Far East Organization, Philip Tan. Okay, imagine. Okay, so one property agent got these pictures with all these successful people, all these successful property people. One property agent got no pictures and everything. Okay, before, like if you were a customer, who will you give your business to? You will give to the one that you see that he's friends with Philip Tan, he's friends with Grant Cardone, friends with Robert Kiyosaki, right? Okay. Number 6, doing interviews and getting interviewed. So for example, this interview right now, okay, these brands you as the interviewer, it also brands the interviewee, right? And it's, so imagine if you are a property agent, you have done a lot of interviews where you give content for free, okay, and teach people stuff for free, okay. Like I hope people are learning from this, and they're getting value, right? So when they get value for free and everything, number one, it increases your coverage, like more people know about you, and number two, instantly it becomes like, oh, this person is an expert, that's why he gets interviewed, you know, something like that. And even as an interviewee, the interviewer, you interview other successful people, that will brand you as well. For example, I've interviewed billionaires, I've interviewed like Lauren Reidinger, co-founder of billion-dollar company Shop.com and Market America. I've interviewed Marcos Murray, makes $120 million a year. I interviewed George Ross, he's Donald Trump's former right-hand man for 47 years. I interviewed Hartlin Ray, they got 5.7 million followers on TikTok. I interviewed Hofi Golan, 2.7 million verified followers on Instagram, right? So by interviewing all these people and associating myself with them, it increases my reputation as well, okay? So as an insurance agent, property agent, or whatever, interview people or get interviewed increases your credibility, sets you apart from the marketplace.
Yeah.
And the seventh thing you can do, most important, one of the most important, is to get testimonials, okay? Because how do you know that your product is good? If 1,000 people say that your product is good, then your product is good, right? Right. If you got no testimonials, then how do people know? How can people trust? You know, there's no social proof. How do people trust that, hey, you know what you're talking about? Okay. So getting testimonials is so these are the 7 steps, and if you do these 7 steps, you can easily break free and you know stand out in a crowded marketplace.
Yeah, awesome. Right, thank you. Awesome. So the next question that I have for you, right, is how do you actually qualify a person before you onboard them as your client, students, business partner, or mentee? What's the qualifications process that you have?
Okay, so number one, I make sure that they must have a winner's mindset. Okay, because I realize it's very hard to turn a loser into a winner. It's a lot easier to turn a winner into a champion than it is to turn a loser into a winner. Okay, so like some people, they have a mindset that always blames people, victim mindset. Oh, you know, oh, it's you know, instead of taking responsibility, they say, oh, you know, you don't work, you know, that kind of stuff, blaming and all that. So winner's mindset. Okay. Number 2, they must be coachable, which means when I ask them to do something, they must implement. Okay. Number 3, this is preferable. Okay, it's not like a must requirement, but speed of implementation, which means how fast do they take to implement. I prefer students that can implement things very, very fast, right? Some people, you tell them to do something, they take 1 week, 3 months to do something, you know, then it's very hard for them to be successful. Yeah, mainly these 3 things. And basically, I take on clients that I think that I can help. If I don't think I can help them, then I don't take them. You know, if I don't think that I can help them, then I don't take them on as a client. But if I think I can help them, then yes. Yeah.
Awesome. Right. Okay. Awesome. Okay, so the next question that we have, right, is that in the current overcrowded social media world, there's tons of noises out there in the particular, you know, one advice can conflict with another, right? How will you actually determine if the particular advice in which one give is legitimate or pure fluff?
So what you should do is you should ask yourself, does that person have the result that you want? Okay. So for example, okay, and I give you an example. Okay, let's say in terms of yeah, does the person have the result that you want? Okay. If the answer is yes, then most likely you can follow the advice. But if the answer is okay, so there's a few levels of teaching, right? The first level of teaching is they have never gotten results themselves. They just learn content from another speaker or something, and then they teach the content. Okay. Okay. The second type is they got results for themselves, and then they teach the content. The third type is they have results for themselves, and they taught their content. They teach their content to a lot of people. They have already taught their content to a lot of people, and those people already got results, which means they got testimonials and results and everything. And that's the highest level. That's the best. Okay. So that's what you want to aim towards. Learning from someone that has taught this to other people, and those people that they taught has already gotten results.
You teach, got result. Awesome.
But of course, if you cannot find that, then at least you find someone who's already gotten results themselves. And don't learn from someone that just regurgitates content from another speaker, or because if they themselves haven't got the result, then how do you know that what they teach works, right? Yeah.
Right. Awesome. Great. Okay. Awesome. Right. So the next question, right, is what do you personally foresee in the next 3 to 5 years in the digital marketing space, or anything regards to business entrepreneurship in general in the highly competitive industry?
So crypto is definitely going to go up. NFTs are definitely going to go up. I'm not sure if that's related to digital marketing, like what you're asking. Okay, let's talk about digital marketing, right? So the cost per lead of ads, advertisements will definitely go up, okay? And the only way to play this game in the future is high ticket, okay? As the cost per lead and everything starts going up, it's very hard to sell a low ticket product and make money. So imagine this. Let's say you sell a $5,000 product, okay? And it costs you $50 per lead. Like next time, the cost per lead will keep going up, okay?
Yeah.
Even if out of 100 leads, you close one, right, you break even, okay? 100 times 50, $5,000. If out of 10 leads, you close one, you 10 times your money, right? That's if you sell high ticket. Now, let's compare that with if you sell low ticket, okay? And you're selling a $50 product, and it costs you $50 per lead. How are you going to make money, right? Or if you're selling a $7 product with upsells and everything, maybe the total cut value is like $300. And it's going to be hard to sell low ticket and make money. All the successful people, if you look at, let's say, the 2 Comma Club award winners, right, you'll see that almost all of them got their 2 Comma Club by selling high ticket. Yeah. They might have low ticket products to break even their marketing costs, but their core, like most of their revenue comes from high ticket, and then they have low ticket products to bring in the leads to sell high ticket. Make sense? So even like ClickFunnels, they have low ticket products like $8 book or $9.95, $19.95 ebook, .com secrets, expert secrets, etc. But they sell their $25,000, $50,000 2 Comma Club coaching, right? So yeah, so high ticket, like the whole space will move to high ticket. And what will happen is that coaching will increase in price, because the market rate and everything will increase. Yeah. So that's what I foresee.
Right. Awesome. So the next question, right, is actually to your personal plan. So what are your plans ahead for the next 3 to 5 years on top of what you're actually doing right now?
So right now I'm like semi-retired already. I only work like 1 day a week or maybe a few hours a week, right? On Tuesdays, that's the only time I work. What's my plans? Okay, so I enjoy traveling the world a lot, right? And like last time when I first started business, I told myself I want to be a billionaire. Okay, let me share with you. Okay, so this is quite interesting. So like I first wanted to learn business, right? Or I first wanted to learn sales because I wanted to learn how to get girls. I thought that if I become successful, then I can get more girls. Or if I learn sales, I'll be better with girls. That's why I wanted to learn how to get sales, right? So now that I've achieved a little bit of financial freedom, financial freedom doesn't mean I'm rich. I'm not super rich. My passive income is more than my expenses. That's all. Okay. Financial freedom is if your passive income is more than your expenses, you're financially free. Then you can retire, right? So since 23 or even 23 years old, my passive income was already more than my expenses, right? Okay. So I can retire anytime I want, right? So I have the freedom to retire anytime I want. Okay. Now, but do I still enjoy doing like interviews like that? Do I still enjoy doing coaching sessions? Honestly, I do. Okay, like it fulfills me. Okay, in a way that it's not just money. It's just it fulfills me. Okay. So like I could literally travel the world for my whole life, and I know that my income is definitely more than my expenses. Okay, so I end this working like few hours a week, and my income is still more than expenses. Okay, so last time I told myself I want to be a billionaire, okay, because like billionaire is like the epitome of entrepreneurship and everything. And then I realized, right, like there's one day I played a Monopoly game with my friends, right, and I won, okay, and now my friends, right, were just sore or unhappy that I won. And I realized, right, that actually people hate on winners, So I asked myself, right, so why do I want to be a billionaire? So that I can show people, hey, I'm a billionaire, now you must listen to me or whatever. But I realized that when you actually hit a billionaire, you know how many people hate Elon Musk? You know how many people hate Jeff Bezos? You know how many, like, because people, right, they don't like other people to win more than them. People like other people to win, but they don't like other people to win more than them, right? Because it reminds them how bad they are and all that, right? And I myself have experienced the same way. Like, I've looked at someone more successful than me, I'm like, yeah, this guy, or then we try to come up with like excuses. This guy got lucky. This guy has this advantage. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so I still want to be a billionaire. Okay. Sorry. So I want to be a billionaire. Okay, which means I want to desire being a billionaire, okay? Because having that desire gives me purpose in life, gives me direction in life. Because if, let's say, I just travel the world and just retire and everything, I know I wouldn't feel very fulfilled, okay? But at least if I have a direction and I say I want to be a billionaire, okay, it gives me some like, it makes me feel more masculine. It makes me more driven, more like I got something to wake up to. It's easier to talk about stuff and all that, right? Like, it's easier to say, hey, this is my purpose and everything. Like, I feel more purposeful, more passionate, right? So I want to be a billionaire, but I realize that I don't actually want to be a billionaire. Like, I don't actually want to deal with the problems that a billionaire has to deal. For example, Mark Zuckerberg. How many problems, legal lawsuits and all that. Any one choice he makes can change the whole world. Any choice that Bill Gates makes can change the whole world. Any choice Elon Musk makes can. So I asked myself, do I really want to fight so hard and be a billionaire? Right? Okay. But in terms of like, what are my plans? Like, how do I want to be a billionaire, but I also have a plan, right? It's not just like I just want to one, right? Okay. So like right now I own 7 businesses, right? I partner with businesses and all that, right? I own a call center, tuition agency, social media marketing agency, and all these other businesses, right? Okay. So this pays me passive income because every quarter they pass me dividends, right? And that dividends can easily sustain my lifestyle and everything. Okay. And I still want to grow my Facebook community and all that, right? So like right now, my plan is I have an automated webinar, right? And that automated webinar will keep generating leads and everything for me. So that doesn't require my time, right? And then I only work 1 day a week to do the coaching sessions for my partners, right? So that only takes up a few hours, right? And then they run the business. So yeah. And then after I collect holdings of companies and everything, I can IPO the whole thing, right? Like I'm being mentored by Dr. Patrick Liu. He IPO'd 3 companies in 3 different stock exchanges. Lauren Reidinger is a billionaire. She's also one of my mentors, right? So I know that it's possible for me to be a billionaire. I know it's within reach. I know it's possible. I know I have the resources at my disposal to grab it if I want to. Okay, yeah. So those are my plans. Like congregate companies, IPO a company, or start a tech startup or something. Yeah.
Awesome. Sounds good. Awesome. Looking forward for all these milestones and success you have in the coming years. So before we actually officially wrap up the session, right? Any advice that you have in mind to sum up the whole session?
Any advice?
Yeah, like advice that.
The biggest advice would be 3 words. Okay, control your mind. Yeah, control your mind. Because if you know how to control your mind, you can achieve a lot of things that you want to achieve. Okay, like I give an example. Okay, I've been traveling in Colombia and Ecuador and all that. Right, these are generally poorer countries. Everywhere I go to, I talk to people. They tell me, "Oh, the reason we are poor is because of so much of corruption." I say, you really think about it, You really think you're poor because of corruption? You really believe that lie, right? Like, okay, think about it. Okay, let's say Colombia, they have millions of people. Okay, how much each minister can, corrupted minister, okay, how much can they bribe? How much of bribery can they accept? Okay, let's say even they take $100 million, okay, that's literally just taking $100 from each citizen. Like, are you sure the country is really poor because of corruption? I don't think so. I don't. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if you add up all the bribery money that they take and everything, right, it's probably less than 10 billion, right? Hey, a normal GDP of a country is like maybe 1 trillion or like a few hundred billion. What's 1 billion? What's 10 billion? It's not even like 5% of, Yeah, I don't know the numbers. You can Google all the numbers, but basically the point is, that it's not because of corruption. That's why people are poor. Okay. If you really like, and then I always ask them, I say, do you have internet? Yes, they have. You know, in Colombia, there's free Wi-Fi spots. Like out in the public, right? There's free Wi-Fi spots. You can even charge your phone. And almost everyone I spoke to, they have a phone. You tell me they don't have a phone, man. They all have a phone. They have a phone, they have access to Wi-Fi. Got free Wi-Fi, you know? Yeah, you connect with free Wi-Fi. Colombia provide free Wi-Fi, right? If you got phone and you got Wi-Fi, right? You can access any information you want, everything you want to learn. You want to learn about NFT, crypto, whatever, you can learn from YouTube. And then you don't say, oh, I need money to start business. That's bullshit. All the businesses, like most of the businesses I started with zero capital. My coaching business, I started with zero capital. In 18 months, I scaled that to $1.2 million, right? Zero capital. I just use capital to start a business. I made money from day one, even before I registered a company, right? So there's no such thing as, oh, I'm poor because of the government, or I'm poor. No such thing. Okay. So number one is they have the resources, right? Okay. Number two is they have their brain. Okay. A brain, right, is one of the most powerful, one of the most they have intelligence. Why human beings rule the world, or why are we conquering the world? Okay. Why is it not like if you human versus a lion, okay? Human with a gun versus a lion, human with a gun will win, right? So why human win? Because humans have brain. Okay. Now, if you observe our thoughts, right? Okay, if you look at if you go and audit your thoughts, you go and ask yourself on a day-to-day basis, right? How many percent of your thoughts, right, are actually productive? I can tell most people, less than 5% of their thoughts, right, are productive. If you actually go and observe yourself, in one day, right, how many percent of your time, right, is not thinking about anything, okay, or thinking about sex, or thinking about how hungry you are, or what, like how many percent of your thoughts are actually thinking about making money? Most people is not much, right? So the thing is that most people, they don't utilize the resources that they have to achieve what they want, right? Like how many people actually go and think what's their ideal life like, and they visualize, how many people actually think, okay, how can I make more money? How can I get more appointments? A lot of answers, right? Actually, right, you can get the answers yourself on it. A lot of answers, right? We have, like, how can I get more appointments? Every day just think, how can I get more appointments? It's very easy. Like you can go to Google how to get more appointments. But a lot of people, they don't use their mind. Yeah. So control your mind. If you know how to control your mind, you know how to control your emotions. You know how to control your mind, you can achieve whatever you want. Yeah. So control your mind.
Awesome, Alaric. Thank you for your sharing session today, and I really appreciate the value that provided. That hopefully the viewers right here watching this video right now, hopefully you gain massive value from it, and hopefully so small tips and pieces that actually Alaric shared can actually help you to scale your business to the next level. Right. So thank you, Alaric, for sharing, and great, awesome.
Awesome. Thank you for inviting me to your show.
Thank you, Alaric. Right. Awesome. Take care.